Hello, this video is how to install the PyCharm Educational Edition Integrated Development Environment into Ubuntu 14.04. So what is PyCharm? PyCharm is an IDE or Integrated Development Environment that comes in three flavors: Open Source Educational Edition, Open Source Community Edition, and for purchase Professional Edition. If you're an educator and want to get started with PyCharm, listed below is a quick start getting started for educators web page. The outcomes for this video would be to download the PyCharm Educational Edition, install and configure the PyCharm Educational Edition, and then run the Educational Edition task Hello World. Also create a Python Hello World project just to show you that everything's working. Requirements: in my case, it's a Linux desktop. This video uses Ubuntu 14.04. Oracle Java JRE Runtime Environment 1.6 Plus or Open Java 1.7 Plus. This video is making a demonstration with Open Java 1.7. 1 GB of memory is required. 2 GB is recommended. 1024 by 768 minimum screen resolution, an internet connection, and Python version 2.7 or 3.4. In my case, I've got both installed, but the video is showing the 2.7 version. Additional info: here's some web pages that you may want to look at for some additional information. I've got a disclaimer: while I've researched this material, I can't fully verify that it will work with all combinations of hardware and software out. So I've included a disclaimer. If you wish, you can stop the video and read the disclaimer. Here I am at the PyCharm Educational Edition download page to download a version of PyCharm for Linux. In my case, it would be an Ubuntu machine. If you look up here is PyCharm Educational Download. You've got choice here for Mac OS X and Windows also, if that's your flavor. Down here, make a note of the system requirements: 1 GB RAM, minimum 2 GB RAM recommended, 1024 by 768 minimum screen resolution, and Oracle JRE 1.6 Plus or OpenJDK 1.7 Plus. Now, I did query or ask a question of JetBrains, and they recommended Oracle JRE, which is a Java runtime environment, as opposed to OpenJDK. But that was just what one of their representatives told me. So I'm going to download it now. I clicked on the download button. Now it asks for your email address, first name, last name, whether you're a student or an educator or university organization. If you don't fill this out, that's still okay. I filled this out previously, and so I'm not going to fill this out. They will still let you download it if you haven't filled it out. Click here on Save File. Click OK. Takes about a minute and a half to download. Once it's downloaded, if you want to verify that you've downloaded it, simply go to your file folder. In my case, I can choose Downloads, right click and choose Downloads, and there it is. Here I am in my Ubuntu virtual machine, and I'm going to just search on the dash for terminal, and in order to do that, just type terminal there. And then click on the terminal. And now what I'm going to do at the terminal is create a directory to install PyCharm in. In my case, I'm in my home directory. If I do a print working directory, you'll see it's home/Mike. And so I'm going to create a directory, make directory, and then I'm going to create a parent directory and then a subdirectory. And V is for verbose, and the parent directory is tools, and the subdirectory will be IDE, Integrated Development Environment, where I'm going to put PyCharm. It says it's created it, and if I do an ls, you'll see that the tools directory is created, and if I do a cd tools, you'll see that the IDE directory is also created. So now I'm going to go back to my downloads directory where I have PyCharm downloaded. So I'll do a cd ... will get me back to my home directory. Do an ls, CD, ls stands for list, downloads, doing ls, and there's my PyCharm file that I've downloaded. To install it, or actually extract it, I go tar xzvf, verbose for again, so I can see what's happening. PyCharm, if you only have one file in there with a P, you can just type in P and then hit tab, then a space, dash, capital C, because I'm going to change the directory where it's going to be extracted, because right now it would be extracted to the downloads directory. So then I hit 2 dots, slash, that will get me back to my home directory, then tools, and then slash IDE. If I've keyed in everything correctly, it will install it in my tools IDE directory under home mic. And there it goes. So now I will go to CD, dot dot, back to my home directory, and CD tools slash IDE, do an ls, see what's there, and there's my PyCharm folder. I'm going to go CD PyCharm folder, do an ls again, list, go to the bin directory or the binary directory, do an ls, and now in order to install it, there's a file I need to start, and that's called pycharm.sh. Now to start this, because I'm in the directory, I hit dot slash pycharm.sh, and it will start PyCharm. If you haven't installed it before, it says you want to import my settings from a custom location or specify a config folder, or since this is a first install, I'll just take the default, click OK. PyCharm starts up. Go to configure, and I'm going to go to plugins. Now, one of the things, because I'm an educator, I'm going to click on Course Creator for PyCharm Educational. That allows you to create your own courses for students to go through. To take some of the load off, I don't need a G4ID or Subversion integration. If you're not using GitHub, you can just unclick it. This is whatever choices you want to use, but keep in mind that the less choices you have, the faster everything should work. I'm going to click in OK, and ask you want to restart. To activate the change in plugins, I'm going to say yes, restart, and here it starts again. And I'm going to go back to configure. I'm going to create a desktop entry. Here, if you want to create an entry for all users, make sure you don't install it in your own home directory. In my case, I've installed my own home directory, so I don't want to click this. I'm going to click OK. Now once this is started up, I go back to my icon right here, and I'm going to lock it to the launcher. Look back up here, it says desktop entry created. You may now exit PyCharm and start it from the system menu. One, two. Close this, exit this. So now PyCharm is installed. Here I've shut down and restarted Ubuntu to verify that my PyCharm Educational Edition button is still available. So I'll right click or double click. In my case, I right clicked. Just simply go ahead and start it up. Up comes the PyCharm Educational Edition. Here I have a course, Introduction to Python. Notice it's got a little E there for education, so I'm going to click on that. And I'm just basically going to go through the first task on here just to verify that everything's working here. The first task would be to change a Hello World program, and it says task text. Traditionally, first program you write in any programming language is hello world, introduce yourself to the world, and it says print hello world, my name is, and I want you to type in your name, so just simply put the cursor there, and I'm going to just type in my name, Mike. So the first time you run it, it's going to go slow, and I'm just going to go to hello world, right click on it, and run hello world. And it says hello world, my name is Mike. Now, one thing that may happen, because I believe there's some kind of lazy loading, is that you might get something down here saying you've got some indices or indexes that need to be loaded, and that just let them load, and then it'll run. So this is working. So the next thing I'm going to do is write a project, create a new project, and I'm going to go to pure Python. In my case, I've got a choice of Python 2.7 or Python 3.4 because both of these are loaded on this Ubuntu virtual machine. And I'm going to change the name to hello world. Create this Python project. You may choose wherever you want yours to be created. You can change that. Click create, and I'm going to open this in a new window. Click OK. Open up hello world. Actually go to hello world, right click, new Python file, and I'm just going to call this file hello world. You may name it whatever you want. It's going to add the Python extension to it because you selected Python file. Puts down your author. I imagine there's some change you can make to also put down the date, but I haven't followed through on where that is yet. Just print. I'm going to use the parentheses, which you don't have to do in 2.7, 3.4 style. And I'm going to say hello PyCharm world. Right click here and run. And you notice down here it says hello PyCharm world. So that's pretty much it for installing PyCharm Educational Edition, running through a task. Oh, let me go one more step back to the task. Once you're through with the task, you notice right here it says 0 of 10 lessons completed, 0 of 50 tasks complete. You can check yourself off here, and now it says 1 of 50 tasks completed. So that's pretty much it for installing PyCharm Educational Edition. Thank you.